Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I'm going to go to A&E today. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who it's going to be.
Paediatric trauma call, 15 minutes.
Code red, helipad response.
You're having a heart attack.
We want to be in and out of scan in the next 10 minutes.
I can't feel any pulse.
A&E reception, can I help you? Yeah, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I love that question. What's your opening hours?
St George's, London, one of the busiest and most advanced A&E departments in the world.
Beautiful. It's as if we've done it before.
We are there when awful things happen to pick up the pieces.
We have a 2-year-old who's kicked like a horse.
We see the unpredictableness of what happens in life, and we're suddenly having to explain why it's gone wrong.
I can't feel my left leg.
You'll be okay.
A place where life
A&E selfie!
Down below. Too slow.
love
Such a big boy. So proud of you.
and loss
I'm still here.
unfold every single day.
So we don't shake hands at this hospital, we fist bump. Can I have a fist bump?
All the patients you're about to see were treated in just one 24-hour period.
Hello, darling.
You genuinely do see the best of people in this job. You'll see strangers rushing to the aid of someone they've never met. You just see things that make you realise just how important the people in your life are and the people around you are.
England, who's going to win?
All ready for the match tonight?
I don't watch football.
Don't ya?
Nah. I used to like football, but I grew out of it.
No, you shocked me there. I thought you'd be a football.
I thought I'd be a football hooligan.
No, not a hooligan, but...
That's what I mean. People take it so seriously, don't they?
I've watched all the games, me. Hello, urgent care. Oh, hi, it's Ali. Are you near a computer screen?
I was only 20 when I first hit an accident in the emergency unit. All the blood and the gore was just marvellous for me because, you know, that is cutting edge nursing. Oh, God, now I can't get up. I'm not that spring chicken anymore.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where's this place?
Going into bed 6 for Tim, who's ready for it.
I've been a qualified nurse for about a year now. Yeah, coming up to a year or so. Someone like Ali, who's had this wealth of experience, I really respect because they've got that knowledge, they've got that experience.
Come and take a seat, Paul. It doesn't matter how silly the thing is that they've come in with. Written down, it looks silly. To them, it's the end of the world.
I feel like I've got a horrible head cold.
Right.
So I thought, oh, we'll make a cup of tea, make myself feel better.
OK.
Open both cupboards, but I didn't shut that one, so I've gone smack off that cupboard. Yeah.
OK.
That's what's done it.
So it's very, very important to have that compassion.
I think sympathy and empathy are two very different things, and I believe I can probably sympathise. I just haven't had those life experiences to be able to truly empathise with someone.
If you don't have a sense of humour, really, life's going to be very difficult for you. Because life is to be laughed at, really, isn't it?
I love working in A&E because you get so much experience of seeing so many different things. I think that's probably why I went into nursing, really. And obviously, you know, the women as well, but that's It's the best ratio, isn't it, I suppose?
If you need any catheters, just to let you know, anywhere in the department, that's your man.
Nothing, yeah, I'm your man. Nothing better, yeah.
St George's recess. Okay. Yep. Yep. 74-year-old male who's had a sudden onset of frontal headache.
They said querying stroke.
Adult priority, 15 minutes.
A 74-year-old man is being brought to A&E after suffering a suspected stroke.
Ready, steady.
This is Derek, 74 years of age. About 11 o'clock last night, he had sudden onset of frontal headache. His wife reports he's had quite unusual behaviour since then as well. He's now got left-sided limb weakness, facial weakness and speech impairment.
Is his wife's out there?
Yeah.
It was such a shock. I couldn't believe it. Such a shock. I was really frightened because he wasn't unwell or anything. It just happened.
Hi, Derek. Squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand. Well done. That's really good. Really good. Move this hand. Move this leg. Good. You're doing it. You're doing it. Well done. Wiggle your toes. Well done. That's really good. OK. So I want to get a scan of his head and then we'll go from there.
He'd had a headache for 2 nights. And I said to him, well, take some painkillers, take some paracetamol. Anyway, that night, I woke up and he was like on all fours, wedged in between the bed and the wardrobe. And I said, whatever's the matter, Dale? He couldn't say much. Very confused he was. So I couldn't get much out of him at all.
Mate, apparently Rooney's starting left again tonight. He's not. Apparently. But why would they do that?
Hello there. Come and take a seat. I like the patient contact. I like dealing with people. I like chatting to people. And I'm nosy, so I want to know all their business. Hiya, I'm Ali.
Hello.
What on earth happened to you?
I got bugged. Yeah,
Really?
Got beaten up by a few guys, yeah.
Oh, my goodness me.
I basically listened to something on Gumtree.
OK.
And I normally meet someone, people in like Victoria or something, you know.
Lots of people around.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then this time it was a girl. She said she was working and she couldn't get off work, so I said, OK, I'll come and meet you there.
OK.
And then she said she wanted to try the phone that I was selling and she wanted to put her SIM card. I said, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But she said she left it in the car.
Right.
So I walked with her and then these guys just jumped me. They were hiding in the bush waiting for me and they just jumped me.
So it was all a set-up?
Yeah, not a good day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
OK. Did you report this? Have you
No.
called the police?
Someone else called the police.
OK, and did they come?
Yeah.
They've seen you? I'm so nosy and I ask people so many diverse questions that really I shouldn't be asking at all, but I always do. So, no breaks there.
Oh, that's good.
OK?
Should be a couple of days, should be all right.
Bruising, yeah. You're going to have a lovely black eye as well,
Is it?
unfortunately, yeah. What job do you do?
I'm an antique dealer.
Are you?
Yeah.
How fabulous. How'd you get into that?
Just interest from when I was a kid, yeah.
Really?
Into it, yeah.
Wow.
So,
How interesting is that? OK, honey, sorry about this. Sorry. That's fantastic. Oh, I can't get over what happened to you. That's just awful. What still shocks me is the things that people do to other people for no reason at all. He's a young guy trying to make his way in the world, and you think, you know, what's that? How's that going to affect him in the future? Worldly experience is probably one of the best qualities that it can have, because you can empathise with the patient.
"74-year-old Derek is in CT after being brought to St George's suffering from a suspected stroke.
He's got a big old head going on.
You used to get called Del Boy, but I'll call him Del.
You right, Derek? All finished.
When we met, we felt like we'd known each other for years, and we just hit it off straight away.
Slide. Ready, brace, slide.
Oh, you want to sit up a bit, Derek? Sunshine, a little light into your eyes.
Yeah.
We was just introduced by somebody. This friend said, "Oh, you're like my friend." And I said, "No, I won't. I wasn't really interested." And she said, "You will." Anyway, she made a date for us. We just went to the pub and had a drink. I remember him saying to me, "Do you smoke?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Thank God for that." He said, "I'm dying for one." And after that, we was completely relaxed. I met him in the September, and we got engaged in the November.
All right, love.
I'm sorry to put you through all this time.
Don't worry. If it wasn't you, it'd be me, wouldn't it? Hey? It'd be me if it wasn't you.
Hi, it's Fahim Wadeen. I've got a 74-year-old male. He's got a massive cerebral bleed. It looks like pushing on the ventricles with some shifting. He's literally just come back round from scan. You can't miss it. Cheers, thanks, bye.
I've got to stay in here tonight.
Yeah. You got to stay until you're better, love.
Right.
We got married in May '91.
How did he propose?
Well, it wasn't very romantic, really. We was in a pub one night and he said, "Do you want to get married?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, all right then." A younger model?
Yeah.
Of course I wouldn't. He's a really lovely, likeable guy. Good sense of humour. Reliable. If we needed anything done, he'd get it done. He's like the old school. He reminds me of my father. Old-fashioned, really, I suppose. We'll be all right, love. We'll sort this out.
Yeah.
We'll sort this out, don't worry.
Yeah.
Derek's scan results are now being urgently assessed by St George's neurology team.
Love you.
What's the England score? How are we playing? Where are you watching? It sounds heaving. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Proper. What do you want to do, go to bed?
31-year-old Glenn has come into A&E with his twin brother Dean, suffering with a suspected abscess in his throat.
Who's that? Yep, superstar. Lovely, good. We're very similar in a lot of ways, but he's more academic, whereas I'm more physical, I would say. Yeah. He's brains, I'm brawn, but he's not that brainy, and I'm not that brawny. We're both pretty intelligent. I just think that we look at things differently. Maybe I see things more as opportunities to try and, you know, grasp and broaden my sort of horizons on an intellectual side. And he's, well, I don't know what he does, but I don't think he does that. Yeah. What are we saying, 3-0? 2. Come on, baby, please. All right, but who's winning? 1-0 to who?
To them.
I think every twin would say, especially if they're identical twins like we are, that they're a part of each other. You know, he's like, and I'm, so we're just connected. I think it's pretty awesome. It's, you've constantly got someone there that'll back you up 100%. Ever in trouble, whatever the situation, you know, you got someone that's always like family.
You've got the keys on you, honey.
No comment.
Ah, knew it. That's another £1.
Shit.
You don't know how long the ENT's gonna be, do you?
Yeah, it'll be at half time, won't it?
How are you?
Would you work in hospital? Would I? Hell no. I hate hospital. Really? Yeah, I couldn't work in hospital. I'd do a paramedic, I think. Do you know how much blood you have to see as a paramedic? I don't mind that. Throwing up, people throwing up.
I can do that. I'll leave them.
Yeah, I can't pick and choose, mate. You have to do it all.
Right. You'll be all right. I would describe myself as a nurse, whereas sometimes people would describe you as a male nurse. Being a male nurse, you can't multitask. Some of my colleagues can be on the phone and writing notes. That baffles me, absolutely baffles me. I've got 3 older brothers. I'm number 4, so I'm the baby in the family, I suppose. My mum loves it. I think I was the girl she probably always wanted. But unfortunately, she got 4 boys instead. I'm very proud of what I do. I have no qualms about people seeing me as a male nurse. I think they find it a little bit of a novelty, which is quite nice, really, especially the older ladies.
'84-year-old Paula has been referred to St George's by her GP for urgent treatment.
You sit down. Should we get you on the bed to start with?
No, I said no. The doctor rang and he said, you need to get your mum to hospital. I need her to have blood tests done urgently.
Right, so what's brought Paula into hospital today?
High potassium.
Okay.
What's it supposed to be? I said it's 6.8.
6.8, so anything over kind of 5.5 is high.
A routine blood test has detected that Paula has a dangerously high level of potassium or salts in her blood.
For years and years, ever since I could remember, she's used a lot of salt.
We've all told her for years, you know, have fish with your salt, mum. You know, have chips with your salt, mum. She pours it on like snow.
High potassium can be quite dangerous, but you can appear very well. So it's one of those kind of strange scenarios where you've got a potentially very sick patient, but you could look like anyone who's walking down the street. Have you felt kind of short of breath?
Yes.
For how long? Something.
It depends what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
Wednesday we went out and you was very unwell.
Yeah.
When it gets to a very high level, as in this lady's case, it can be toxic to the heart and cause your heart to go into either cardiac arrest or a kind of very fast or very slow heart rate. So suddenly then your heart stops beating, essentially. When you get a potassium back that's that high, you're thinking she needs treatment, she needs it pretty quickly. So your potassium, one of the salts in your blood, is quite high. So you're going to have to give you some medicine to bring that back down. So I think we're probably going to have to keep you in overnight tonight to do some tests and make sure. I know you do, my love, but because
I don't want to go in. Mum, you've got to have it done. You'll be fine.
So this is insulin and dextrose. It will help bring your potassium down.
Oh. That's bringing the potassium down, Jan, this one.
I know. I'm just letting people know what's happening.
God, I've never been so wired up in all my life.
Well, we didn't really know what was wrong. You know, we just thought she needed these blood tests done. So it wasn't until they started, like, putting her on all these drips and things, I thought, shit, this is serious.
Derek, is it okay if I speak to your wife?
Yeah.
And tell her and show her the scans and things, okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Be back in a minute, love.
So unfortunately, it looks like. Unfortunately, this is bad. This isn't good. That bleeding into the brain.
What is that? A blood clot?
No, it's bleeding.
Oh, it's bleeding.
But then the main thing is that they need to try and evacuate that blood. And give you
So
more
is that a
information.
stroke then?
So it's it's a type of stroke.
God.
Okay, so we'll get that round.
All right.
Derek has been in A&E for over 3 hours since his collapse at home. He'll require an operation to remove the bleed in his brain.
All right, babes.
Yeah.
They're going to sort it out. You know what it is, watching all that football on the telly?
Yeah.
That's what's done it. He worked on the films. He'd drive all the buses and look after the stars. I'd say, who do you meet today? And all this and all that. I'd have to push him. Mel Gibson was making a film, Braveheart, I think it was. He bought a car, Mel Gibson, while he was over here. When he packed up filming, Mel Gibson just handed the keys to his driver and said, you can have the car. I thought, I've never forgotten that. So, and he loved Sandra Bullock. When she wasn't stuck up or anything, you know, she chatted to everyone. Yeah, he used to come home with lots of tales. Oh, don't worry, love. Everything's going to be all right, like it was before. He likes being friends with everyone. He'll drop me off at the market and then he'll go back and have a drink with who he knows and then he'll come and pick me up. And no, it's lovely. We've always been contented together. You're part of each other, really. What was going through your mind then? Well, I mean, fright more than anything. Whether he'd come out of it. I think you need each other more as you get older. So, I wouldn't like to be without him. Just want you to be strong, dear. Right. You better be all right. I couldn't cope without you.
Derek is now being taken for emergency surgery to remove the blood from his brain.
Take care, love.
Frightened him now, he won't come in. Eh? It's all right, darling, I'm not going to bite you.
84-year-old Paula is responding to treatment for high levels of salt in her blood.
I like making people laugh and make them smile when they're a bit down and that, you know, and have a laugh, you know. Yeah. I like helping people, it's nice, makes me feel good. Janine and I, we make everyone laugh when we're out. She's worse than I am.
Tim, I don't think we can see your name properly. I think you need to make it a little bit bigger, just to...
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Tom?
Yeah, I can't quite.
That's what you're doing.
That is a work of art.
Well, I've got 4 girls and 2 boys now. I had 6 altogether and I lost 1. Yeah. My first marriage was terrible. And then my second husband, he was lovely. He died of heart problems. Is it all right for me to drink it while
Yes,
this is
it's
coming
fine. He wouldn't have given it to you if you couldn't drink it.
And my third husband, he was wonderful. I wouldn't go anywhere without holding my hand. I thought I was going to run away. Yeah. Yes, I think it's about the happiest time of my life was my 3rd marriage. Yeah, he was lovely, he was. 13 years now since he died. Yeah.
I do worry about her, but she's like, oh, I'm all right. You know, typical mum, I'm all right. We try and get out if it's a nice day, or take her out in the country for lunch or something.
All right, all right. I love being in the car, getting out, you know. All the gardens and the flowers and the trees and the animals about, you know. It's just lovely. Little old-fashioned pubs and, yeah, it's lovely. I love back in my time, you know.
Hello, darling.
I told you.
Oh, God.
She's all right. Don't cry. You start her off again.
Paula's daughter Tina has arrived at St George's to be with her mum.
We've had some laugh with the doctors, I'll tell you.
She's terrible.
That made them laugh, though, didn't it?
Oh man, for sweating. Oh, good shows. You know when you get so hot and you can't sweat? Yeah. We sneak off to the birthing pools. Someone's in here.
Hello there. Sit. Glenn.
Hello. Yes.
Hi, my name's Aaron. I'm one of the ear, nose and throat doctors.
Oh, hello, doctor.
So, I just need to... Want to tell me a little bit about what's been happening? Some GP sent you in with problems with your throat.
He said there's an abscess there.
Okay. And you've not been eating and drinking for a couple of days, is that right?
No, and I couldn't even swallow my own spit. Right now, that's quite nice. But earlier it was like pushing a rock, you know. It was horrid.
Do you smoke at all?
A lot.
How many a day?
26.
26 a day. It's very
Yeah,
specific.
not this, not so much with this.
Yeah. And what do you work at the moment, or?
Yeah, firefighter.
Firefighter. Oh, right, okay. Great. Drinking.
I'm a fireman. It's not the best pay in the world, but you do get fulfilment out of it and you do help people. Probably the best thing about being a fireman is being able to say that you're a fireman. That's pretty great.
We both went for that job.
I'm just going to stand behind you for a second, just have a feel of your neck. If it hurts at any point, just let me know, OK? Just first of all, just look up towards the ceiling for me, as much as you can, OK?
I wrote the questionnaire in blue and he done it in black because at that time I think we both had the same jobs. So it's pretty much identical, apart from the name. And yeah, so I got lucky. Yeah.
OK. It's all there.
I don't think Glenn understands what I do for a living. I recently set up a company dealing in fine wine, mainly Bordeaux and Burgundy. So it's extremely boring, but it's got good perks.
Safe from wide. OK, it's fine. I don't actually think there is an abscess there at the moment. So I think
nothing was taking the swelling down.
Yeah, you've got really big, nasty, swollen tonsils and tonsillitis. So it's sort of a really nasty infection of the tonsils.
Yeah, what's on the end of that stick?
That's all just saliva and stuff out of his mouth.
You're pretty gross.
Your tonsils are covered in pus. You know, they're covered in infection, what we call bacterial infection.
Nice.
If you're this severe, what we would normally do is admit you to hospital. We give you antibiotics through the drip and then get you eating and drinking again.
Can we do that?
Yes, we can do that.
Lovely, nice.
You really do need to cut down on the smoking, though. That's quite.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so certainly at the moment while you're in hospital, sort of don't smoke, especially while you've got the sore throat.
We've got 10 minutes in it. I can go make a phone call.
Time, yeah.
Lovely, nice, good stuff. Thank you, Doctor.
All right, OK.
Cheers, Doctor.
Cheers, then.
Nice one. Right, let's rock it. Where are we going for 10 minutes? Can I go make a phone call and get a bottle of water? Is that all right? Sure. Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you. Why do we always think the same?
How long's left? Fuck, we only got about 15 minutes left.
Come on!
Count up, baby.
Tractor's coming. He'll take more blood from me.
Tim.
It's very shy, that one, isn't it?
Gosh, I think so, the way you keep getting hold of him. Not be shy at all. Or frighten the life out of the poor bloke.
Make some fists for me. There we go, all done.
You're brilliant with the needle, aren't you?
I'm not that good.
Well, I never felt a thing.
Ah, there we are.
That was beautiful, that was.
There we go. Let me just send these off.
He's brilliant with the needle.
I remember saying to her, Mum, you're supposed to be ill. You know, she's having a laugh with everyone. You know, it's just our way of getting through things like that, I suppose.
Yeah, I've had some hard times. So many hard times, I can't remember them all. My mum used to treat me rotten. If I did anything wrong, she used to pull me up the stairs by my hair and she wouldn't feed me. She'd give me, the most she would feed me would be a slice of dry bread and a mug of water. I didn't love her. She was always cruel to me. But I was 17 and I became pregnant. I was a disgrace to the street and my mother put me in the workhouse. She didn't want to know me. There were 16 of us in one big dormitory. Yeah. It's horrible, it was. High walls, locked doors. There was a big nursery where a lot of the women in there that were pregnant had babies, and they used to put them up for adoption. And I had a word with the matron in there, the big matron, and it was agreed that I could work in the nursery and the £15 that I got every week would go to keep my baby there. And so, eventually, I got out one way or another. I got out. Yeah, I was proud when I got her out. I'm not, you know, sloppy. I'm a strong person. I am. I can be as strong as I want to. I've gone all cold. Why have I gone all cold? As if there's a breeze somewhere there.
I've gone cold.
Something happening, Janine. I don't know what it is. Someone ought to come and look at me. I started shaking and I...
Where's the doctor gone?
There's something wrong with me. I can feel it. Something's happening.
Sorry, darling.
I don't feel well.
What feels wrong?
I feel cold all over. And I don't know what it is. I just feel funny. I don't know what it is.
You're breathing all right?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
I don't think of her being ill, you know, like a lot of older people. And she's only ever been in hospital once in her life. No, it's gonna sort of happen soon, but you still don't expect it, you know, you still think, no, this isn't happening.
I'm getting dizzy. What's the matter with me?
We've always been so close, you know. It's cold. I love my mum to bits. Claire, it's Auntie Janine. Nanny's in hospital. And she don't look very well. Well, you ought to get your mother up and get down here.
Paula is recovering in resus after her blood sugar levels became dangerously low.
It was very scary, you know, to see your mum like that. I never want to go through that again. I honestly thought we were going to lose her, Claire. It was horrible. But they're going to keep her in.
When there's a lot going on with a patient, sometimes you can pick up a sugar level and it can drop right back down again. It's about the rate you bring it up. You need to bring it up appropriately to the patient. You need to bring it up to safe levels.
It was horrible. I went cold, as if I was outside, like, you know, only worse, like winter cold. They nearly lost me a little while ago. Just want to go home.
Fine. How are you feeling now?
Feeling
Feeling a bit better now? Yeah, good.
Give me a smile then, Mum. Eh? Give him a smile.
There we are. That's what we want.
You got your Nashes in tonight then? Yeah.
She's just got this huge personality. You just can't help but love her.
You look much better.
We walk through Tooting Market and everyone is her boyfriend. They all come out, hello darling, hello sexy lady. She sees a nice fella, she's there. She'll just grab hold of him. Oh, she looks better now. Yeah, she's holding her boyfriend's hand.
There we are, not a problem.
She's always going off at me because I do things that I shouldn't, but I don't think, you know, I mean, at my age, you know. She looks after me. She does look after me, yeah. I love her to bits, and she loves me, I know that.
Does that mean I can go and have a fag now? You've stressed the shit out of me.
In your first year of nursing, you learn about how you actually deal with stress. You learn about how you actually deal with stressful situations. It's very, very important to make sure that you have something where you can unleash yourself a little bit. You can relax, you can just be absorbed into something else. I occasionally go ballroom and Latin dancing. There is nothing better than getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, going up to Blackpool with your dance walk gear on, with your hair slicked back, with some fake tan sprayed on, all the girls looking beautiful in their dresses, and then just going and dancing on them. It's just a sense of euphoria. It's amazing. It's like the best drug that's out there that's legal, I suppose.
Now that Paula is stable, she'll be taken to a ward for further monitoring.
She's going to sleep.
Oh. Right, did we lose or what? Oh, mates. He got a what? Hat-trick? And we only scored one, right? Oh, mate, we're crap.
Glenn is waiting to be taken to a ward after beginning treatment for a severe case of tonsillitis.
Hiya. Yes. Where do I know you from? Are you Matt's sister?
Yeah.
Yes, how you doing,
doing, babe? Why are you
I'm
here?
good, I'm good.
How are you doing?
I thought I did see you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally, we're quite comfortable with women. Both of us quite popular. Yeah, I love him. So does he.
You're really smart.
Cheers, babe, thanks.
Tell
me.
Okay, all right.
No, so do you, babe.
Do I? Well, I'm
Oh, you look lovely,
because
nice.
I'm going to do like the...
Still working our way to find the one. I've got no doubts that it's gonna happen. So I'm not worried about it. It's just having fun on the journey.
My last one for the night, though.
She's a sister of my friend. And she caught the eye of both me and my brother, I think. But yeah, quite attractive.
What's my sister's name? Who? Kelly. Shelley. Shelley. We was way off. She's here, mate. She's looking fucking, she look decent. Mate, keep your phone on you-ish, all right, and find out what ward and that you're in. Yeah? Cool. Yeah, good to go. Yeah, he's in one of the hospital gowns now, so... I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was ill, but it didn't mean I was out the game. It just means that he had an advantage that night. But I'm a fireman, so I get an advantage over him most nights.
Proud of her. She came through it. Yeah, she's a strong old bird.
I love a nice bum. Yeah, I might be old, but I know what I like.
When we're together, actually...
We have a laugh.
Yeah, and people just... Yeah,
bounce
because
off
it's
that.
a good energy,
Yeah.
I think, that
We create.
And I think our laugh
Is
generally,
infectious.
even if our jokes are rubbish.
You almost
Finish off it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
My my husband is an absolute miracle for what he's been through. And he's come out. Not how I would like him to come out, but we'll get by. I'll always be here for him.
A&E St George's.
Paediatric trauma call.
Hems by air, ETA 7 minutes.
3 years ago, being run over by a car means the wheel's gone over them. Children respond differently to injuries than adults. It's a completely different game.
So this is Louis. The car has reversed over him completely.
The world just gets totally turned upside down by seconds.
Thank you.